Okay guys, so I want to show you how with the latest Spektrum radio and all the Spektrum equipment, you can program the ESC to output a different BEC voltage if you have high voltage servos. So I'm going to turn the transmitter on. In this case I have an AR620 receiver, a 60 amp smart ESC from Spektrum right here, and one of the servos, the servo is a A6380. It's a high voltage servo, and so what I first want to say is you have to make sure your receiver can handle the higher voltage as well as the servo, all the servos that are connected to the receiver. So this particular receiver can work on 3.5 volts to up to 9 volts DC, the AR620 receiver right here. And so so that's able to handle a higher voltage. The servo can handle up to 8.4 volts DC and anywhere from 6 to 8.4. So normally as it comes it's set up for 6 volts on these, on the Spektrum, but depending on which ESC you have, you can increase the BEC voltage to power the servo at higher voltages. In this case, if you have either the 30, 45 or 60 amp ESC, then it can run at either 6 volts or 7.2. And if you have the 80 or the 100 volt ESC, it can you can select 6, 7.4 or 8.4 volts. So what I want to do is I want to, since I have a high voltage servo and a 60 amp ESC, I want to select the 7.2 volts, and that can be done using the transmitter. So I'm going to turn my voltmeter on here, and I'll plug in the battery, and you can see right now it's 6 volts. And so what you can do, once that's everything's powered up, you can go to select the screen Avion Programming, or PROG, and then if you hold the transmitter stick to this full up elevator and full left aileron, and then it says step 2, full right aileron and full up elevator, then it goes into this Avion programming mode. And here, I should zoom in on that a little bit so you can see better. Okay, so now get that light up. Oops. Okay, so now you use the stick to select which item you want to change in the ESC. So right here you can see that little cursor selects BEC voltage is set to 6. If you move the stick to the right, then it changes it. So now it's at 7.2 volts. So now what we want to do is go all the way down to the bottom where it says exit and save. Let's see here. Okay, here we go. Exit with save. And so now go to the right. And we should see, there we just saw the back out here. So on the meter now it says 7.24 volts. I don't know if you can read that, but anyway. So it is set up for 7.2 volts now, and that was all done through programming through the transmitter. So now we can go over to our flight log screen, and you can also see it there. It says receiver 7.2 volts. So anyway, that's how you program your ESC by using the transmitter, and can take advantage of the high voltage servos, which when these servos are run at higher voltage, it produces more torque and a faster speed too. So if you go from 6 volts, the torque on these servos is 102, and if you go to 8.4 volts, which I can't because I only have the 60 amp ESC, but that boosts it up to 160, the torque up to 160, and the speed goes from 0.17 to 0.13. The speed of the servo if you went to 8.4 volts. So anyway, that's how it's done with the Spektrum transmitter and with this Avion programming. So thanks for watching the video, and please hit that like and subscribe, and thank you very much.